Say something.
Yeah, you get further from me every time that we speak. It's like I can't get rest unless you hear.
What the fuck's going on, guys? Caleb Fast here, fastest growing podcast on the planet Earth. I'm here with my brother,
Yeah, what's up,
Andy
man?
Colonico, across the table. Round of applause. Where's Thrax? Thrax is absent for a second episode, but it is what it is. He's taking care of some personal shit right now, so we're just gonna pray for Thrax, pray that he gets what he's trying to do done. And man, sitting across from a fucking legend, a local legend, also from Welland, Andy Colonico. How are you today, sir?
Dude, good, man, and also likewise.
Yeah,
Likewise, sitting across the local legend.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, I was meaning to have you on here for a while, and I seen you on Shout Out Pizza Review Joe.
Yeah, Joe Guns.
And I was like, oh yeah, me and Andy are boys, and I should definitely have him on the pod. So this is that episode, bro. How was that show you just did with fucking Monster Truck, bro?
Oh, dude, yeah, it was fucking cool, man. It was just good to play with, especially that band specifically. Like, we used to play with them a lot in 2019, like right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it was good to do that again, like with those guys, and like we just.
It seemed like you guys I knew you had played with them before, but it seemed like you guys had like good chemistry from what I seen.
Yeah. During the pandemic, we got actually closer. Like 2019 was kind of like that year where we just kept playing with them, but we didn't really like deep dive into like our friendship. But then COVID kind of allowed that with us and their band.
Where are they from?
Hamilton.
They are, eh?
Yeah.
They're a pretty fucking big band.
They are. Yeah. They're especially in Europe. They're a very big band.
Really?
Yeah. They do like mini arenas in Europe.
No shit.
It's crazy, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
And those guys look like not old, but they look older, right? Like they've been at it for a minute.
Yeah, I think they're like 40, like right on the dot, maybe.
Yeah.
But they even like they've been in the scene for a long time in different bands. But Monster Truck, I remember they came out in like 2010, I think. Like,
Okay.
So
they're almost like they're like almost a 15-year band, right?
Yeah, and then their guitar player Jeremy was in a really big band called The Reason.
Okay.
And that was before Monster Truck. So
Damn.
like in total they've been around for a long time.
Fuck yeah.
So but then Monster Truck really took off.
And
so.
your band too, Revive the Rose. Andy Colonico is the lead singer of Revive the Rose, and he also has a new solo fucking mission going on, which I fucking love.
Yeah.
Doobie. Which is, I always fucking spell it wrong. Go ahead and just spell it, because I always spell it wrong. Dubee3.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
But you pronounce the 3 as an E, like, it's like Dead Mouse 5,
Yeah.
Dead Mouse.
Yeah. So
Doobie.
talk to me about, like, starting Revive the Rose, like, because that's really, like, a fucking legendary band in Welland. I mean, you guys have done a lot of sick shit, and you've been around fucking since I was, like, a child. Like, for real. Like,
Yeah.
how long have you guys been together? Since high school, right?
No, so I was in a band in high school called Cops on Commission, and that was like way back.
Yo, when I see, you know what's crazy is did you ever play the Hub?
We did.
Yes.
Not with Cops on Commission though. That would have been
That would have
Revive.
been Revive,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I see, but that would have been early Revive, right?
That was like first year Revive.
So, funny story. I used to fucking work for the guy who owned that place.
Oh yeah, Mr. Clow. Yeah.
Mr. Clow, David Clow, the local legend.
Mm-hmm.
Some hate him, some love him, but fucking yeah, I used to like clean his office and like whatever, and then fucking I remember you guys were playing there and like it was pretty packed.
Yeah, dude.
That was a sweet little fucking show too. But I would have been like fucking 12 or 13.
Probably, man. Yeah, because I was just 19 probably when that was happening. But yeah, Revive started. Like me and Pete in my band, we're 2 of the founding members.
Shout out Screamin' Pete, bro.
That's
a
right.
Fucking legend, my boy. That's
Yeah,
too.
we jammed once in high school. It was grade 12, and the way that happened was my family doctor, Steve Lawrence, his son is the other Steve Lawrence, the junior. And so I knew his dad from just going to the doctors. He knew my whole family. So he knew I was involved with music. What I didn't know is that his son, who was best friends with Pete, was also involved with music. So he planted a bug in that Steve's ear. And that Steve messaged me with Pete in a group chat one time saying, hey, like, we should jam. So... And and I was like, yeah, like I'm down to jam for fun. So yeah, they came over like I think it was like December of 2012.
Damn,
and
that's crazy.
We played Nirvana. It's still on Facebook from that first jam ever.
No way.
And then we didn't jam again until 2013. When I was going into college for the first time.
Damn.
Cops on Commission was ending.
Who is all in that band? Like,
so my friend Jake Parada was in that band. He was on bass. my friend Garrett Mullen, who was in Revive the Rose for a little bit, actually. And then Antonio Caggiano, my other friend. But Antonio was older than us, and he was really heavily focused in animation school. And now he's done work for like Nickelodeon and stuff, so it's cool.
Damn.
But anyway, so Cops on Commission was ending.
Cool name for a band too. I always thought that's a pretty sick one.
It's funny.
Cops on Commission.
But
like that's like Dirty Cops, right? Is that like the idea?
Pretty much, dude. Oh yeah,
sick.
Dirty Cops. That's what it should have been called, honestly. But yeah, then I said, hey, I fired up that old group chat again, like, and I was making other demos at the time, so I said, hey boys, I think like my other band's like kind of fizzling out. I said, well, I got these other songs. Maybe make a cool side project. I don't know if you want to come over and jam.
Yeah.
So Pete and Steve came over again. A year later.
Okay,
and we had a fucking great jam. And then around that same time, though, I was in college. I was going to Hamilton for school. I Mohawk for music.
So you're like 18 at this time? 19?
18.
18.
I was 18.
How old are you now?
I'm 28 now.
28, yep. 10-year band, yeah.
And so then I met Matt in school, and me and him bonded because we were bored in our one jazz class, and we were just making like jokes in the back of the room. And then we were like, man, we should jam, like, because he was telling me how much he liked rock and roll. And so we got a jam room. We rented it out in the school. They had like practice rooms. And we just started cranking, like, we were playing like Zeppelin and a bunch of stuff. And
That's
then
sick.
he's like, yeah, I'm from St. Catharines. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Welland.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just started a band where we're looking for another guitar player. And so he's like, I'm like, I come home every weekend. That's when we jam. He's like, yeah, I come home every weekend too. So
Perfect.
I just invited him, and that was it, man. And then that was the start of Revive the Rose, and
off to the races from there, right?
we didn't play a show until February 2014. We played the Seaway Mall Niagara's Got Talent contest.
No way.
Which it's still on YouTube, actually.
No way.
And then our second gig ever was opening for the Glorious Sons at the time, which was like a couple months later. So
wow.
It's pretty interesting, yeah.
What a jump, eh?
I know. Well, they were just starting out too at that time, so like, we just played to like 200 people. Like, it was fun, but yeah,
Sick.
it was that was it. Yeah, that's how the
That is
band
fucking
started.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Ever since then, so but now the only original member is Pete, right?
Pete and Matt are still in it.
Matt is which one?
He's the other guitar player.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's got short hair now though.
I fucking love that guy too,
Yeah.
man. That's the guy who like was leaning on him, right? In the clips that I got.
That's right.
Oh man, that guy really has fucking incredible energy.
Yeah, it
Really
took a while.
Energy.
It took a while to like evolve to that, you know.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of came with doing it, you know. But
Like, he seems super comfortable up there.
He is.
You can all. It's always so. So the only new guy is the drummer.
And the bassist.
And the
Because we're
bassist.
Because
the bassist has the sick tats.
yes, that's Josh.
Josh has some crazy tats. Shout out Josh. I think his
Yeah.
tats are hard as fuck.
Oh, dude, yeah, he is hard as fuck.
Really nice.
Him and
tats.
we used to hang out in high school too. He went to Centennial though.
Oh, okay.
So I've known him for like a decade.
What's his last name?
Josh Cass, that's his full name.
Josh Cass. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's funny because being from Welland, like small place, like everybody kind of knows each other, right?
Yeah.
That sounds super familiar.
Yeah, he's got a sister and a younger, like his younger sister and younger brother. He's the oldest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Damn. So fucking first gig to second gig, fucking opening for Glorious Sons, who are now like a fucking huge band.
Yeah, they're massive.
Crazy.
Yeah. I saw them a couple months ago because the artist I manage, Gravely.
Yeah, shout out to him because he's also fucking going crazy right now.
Yeah,
Very cool. Very, very cool. He's got a hell of a voice.
He's fantastic.
How old is that guy?
He's 30, right on the dot.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has a hell of a voice. So shout out to him. I mean, he just won Rock Search, which is a pretty fucking big deal around here.
Yeah.
97.7 Hits FM Rock Search.
And he got the open for the Glorious Sons. So I was backstage for all that because I sold his merch.
At Canal Days.
Yep.
And that was a fucking packed show, man. If you've seen footage, if you go look at Glorious Sons Instagram from some of the footage from that,
it's nuts.
Holy fuck! Like, how many people were out in fucking Port Homer?
Dude, I think
15,000?
I think there was 15,000. That's record breaking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, holy fuck, because Canal Days, that was a free show too.
That was free.
Fuck me.
Yeah, and they're just big here. They're a big band.
They are. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was cool to rekindle with those guys. I haven't seen them in years, like on that level. Like I've seen them in concert, but I haven't talked to them.
Yeah.
And God knows how long. So yeah, it's funny. Brett came up to me. He's like, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, yeah, it's been a long time, man. So
Damn.
it was cool.
Crazy to see things come full circle like
Yeah,
that, eh?
yeah, it was super cool, man.
It's fucking incredible, man. Well, you know what? It's amazing to see. Like, it's super inspiring for me to see like what your band's done and what it's doing. To me, it's just a testament of like hard work and just perseverance, sticking with it, right?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's honestly like we just always were like, there's no excuses. Like besides that, we just gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know? And
You
when
gotta
it comes
keep
down
the
to it,
passion, right? And even through distractions that life throws at you, it still has to be the mission, right?
yeah, no matter what, we always came to that. Band's always been there since, you know, it's always had my back, you know, and
Yeah.
we've had each other's backs. And, and what we're really learning is that it just like to put more focus into the songwriting itself, you know,
Yeah.
and we feel we're finally writing like the best stuff we've ever done. And that's because we're
think
growing,
so,
man.
I think so. And you know what? Think Too Much, fucking banger.
Thanks, dude.
Fucking
Thanks.
banger. Are you guys like? Is it an album that you're working on right now, or is it just like? Cause when is that song coming out that I filmed that you posted that I love?
Little reminder.
Is it? Yeah, is
They
it that
call
one?
me in
Yeah,
the middle
yeah,
of
the
the
night.
night,
Yeah,
please.
man. Oh man, that is my fucking favorite song I've heard from your band for sure.
Oh,
That
thanks,
one is
dude.
sick.
Yeah, we're
Seems like you guys all love that one too, especially to play it.
Well, it's funny. I recorded that like a year ago, like a demo.
Yeah.
And I put it like we have a Google Drive. We have a demo folder. So
Yeah.
I plopped it in there. I didn't think they'd like it. I thought they'd think it's too soft.
Oh man.
But then Matt was just going. He goes through them once in a while, the demos.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck is Little Reminder?" He's like, "This is sick."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, this is the kind of shit we should be doing." I'm like,
And I couldn't agree more with that.
yeah. And I'm like, oh,
I don't think it is, and I don't think it is too soft either. That to me is like the perfect song.
the in between, right?
perfect
it's hair
song.
but soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you like it, man.
Dude, I'm stoked for that one.
I wrote it like it was weird because it was like two songs I had written put together, but the song I wrote it about like I just like I didn't feel like I was too in my head at the time. I felt like I was just like unloved, and then the song is just about being reminded by your special someone that you're loved,
Mm-hmm.
and like I at the time I felt that, but like turns out. She's a psycho bitch, but it's, I'll happily say that on film.
Don't you hate when they disappoint you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's just so funny, like when I hear those songs I write in those moments, and I think about like the aftermath of it. It's like, oh, it's so funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
funny.
It's funny too when you think about like I'm making this one my debut album, and you think about like the inspiration behind all these songs, and you're just like, what a fool.
Yeah, but everyone goes through that though, so it's all good. It's got a home,
Exactly. It has a home, and that the inspiration for songwriting, it can be found literally fucking anywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
and it helps you get through that time of your life.
it does.
It's all
It's like
good.
closure for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
It's super sweet, man.
Yeah, but we just recorded 3 singles, including that one. So,
Dude, send me that.
yeah, but I'm happy with the mix. I'll send you.
Yeah, please.
But fuck, we are planning to record like full length, I think. But
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna keep dropping some singles for the time being. Until,
If it's working, it's working, right?
it is, and we really realized that with "Think Too Much" because that was our last single, and that came out in June.
Yeah.
But it's still like it's still like getting heard. Like you know what I mean? Like it's still like a
Circulating.
great brand.
Well, it's been on the radio a few times too.
Yeah,
Fucking incredible. Like, how do you go
94.9.
about doing that? Like,
That-
are you just at a point where you're like, I mean, you're like I said, guys, like this is like a 10-year band. You got to understand, like, there's connections you make through doing it for so long that you just won't have at the beginning. That's part of the reason why you have to stick with it, right? But like, how does somebody get a song on the fucking radio?
Yeah, well, it can go in different ways, man. I can give you a couple stories of how we've gone on the radio. In this case, so Think Too Much, honestly, the station 94.9, like they're always very supportive with us, and they even, it was cool, and we opened for Big Rag. They were the MCs for the show.
Okay, cool.
And they said, because they usually feature bands, part of Generation Next, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, these are Generation X graduates right here before we walked on stage. So that was kind of cool. But I think they just knew the tune was out, and they said, hey, we're gonna feature it.
Very cool.
But before that, like when I was grinding, like
Yeah.
I remember like Hits FM, we did the Rock Search contest. We
Yes.
didn't win.
Yes.
2016, we lost. And I was so adamant. I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, we have a good song. I'm like, I'm going to get it on the radio. So
Yeah.
I called up the program director at the time, Paul Morris, who's my dear friend to this day.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I got this song I want you to hear. He's like, oh, come on by. So I went by.
Went by the radio station.
Yeah, and
That's
he's like, the song isn't mixed right. You need to remix it. I'm like, all right. So I call up Brian Quay, because I knew he was in the production.
Shout out fucking Street Pharmacy.
Yeah, and I said, Paul Morris said this needs to be mixed better. I'm like, can you? And I say I agree with him because I wasn't happy with the mix, but I settled at the time. I was too scared to voice my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, you think these guys are
What
pro.
was wrong with it?
I just think certain levels were just not right.
Just kind of fucked.
So I had all the original files. So Ryan opened up, remixed it. I'm like, this is light years better.
Oh, he mixed it.
Yeah,
that's even more legendary too, eh?
So then I brought it back to Paul. I said, I got you your mix, bro. And he's like, all right, let's hear it. So, and then that mix, I remember he played it 3 times in a row. And he's like, yeah, I'll put this in the meeting. And he was like, great, this is a good song. And then, and then a couple months later, we got on the radio.
And which song was that?
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
My first radio single, 9 to 5.
Wow.
And then
that must have been a hell of a feeling.
It was surreal, man. And like it was getting played like 3 times a day. I'm like, oh, it's kind of what first got us out of that local band kind of thing. Like,
to elevate,
yeah. And then the second time we got on the radio was in Ottawa.
Okay.
We happened to be playing a showcase in Toronto for this Ottawa radio station.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm gonna network. I'm gonna be here for a whole week. I'm gonna just crash in my brother's condo in Toronto. You lived at High Park, and I'm just gonna network. And so I went to this. We played this festival called Indie Week.
Okay.
And they hosted a variety of showcases and conferences throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a party the night before we played. So I went to this party. And sure as shit, there's the program director of Rebel 101 just chilling. I had no clue who he was. But he came up to me, and I was wearing my band shirt, who happens to be from Ottawa, who happens to be playing on that radio station.
Wow.
He's like, are you in the band Dubé? And I'm like, no, it's my buddy's band. And he's like, oh, I play them on the radio all the time. I'm the program director of Rebel 101. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, you should play this band. And I had CDs in my pocket. I gave him a CD. He's like, oh, Revive the Rose. And I'm like, wait, you said Rebel 101? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm playing your showcase, the after party for it tomorrow.
Wow.
And he's like, well, I'll be there. I'll be drunk as fuck. I'll be there. And I'm like, me too. And he's like, all right, I'm going to listen to this on my way back to the hotel. He's like, thanks for this. And then he messages me that night. He's like, love these songs. And he's like, can't wait to see you live. And then, we killed it the next day. And he's like, yep, you're going on the radio. We're going to put both your songs on your own and Come a Little Closer. I'm going to put those on the radio. I like those.
Wow.
So that was it.
That's crazy.
like
the way that see what I'm saying, like you gotta like
if I wasn't wearing that shirt.
Yeah, and that just goes to show too, you have to put yourself in the mix, right?
You do.
That's a big part of like what I mentioned to you about like, I'm thinking about moving to the fucking dot. Like you just mentioned, it's like I want to be in the fucking mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, totally. I wish I was there more, but I just like it's just life, But I definitely I've been making my way up there more, which is great. Ever since the pandemic kind of chilled out.
Well, we're close, right? That's the beauty of living where we are, right? Like fucking Toronto's like
it's so nice.
Driving to Port Colborne basically from here.
Yeah.
Like literally or Fort Erie, like it's just everything's relative and close, but no, it's super exciting to see the direction everything's going, and like it's again, it's just a testament to like hard work and like like that big rec show, like I just mentioned when we were in my living room, like fucking the photo from that I can never get over, because it's just legendary. Like it's so many fucking people, bro, many people. 1,500
that night. It was
1,500, yeah.
And it's dude, it's crazy because like I remember like just like every time I get super depressed about something, that just means something really good's coming, but I never know when it's coming though.
Yeah.
But I always realize it after. I'm like, oh, that was it.
Exactly.
But I was like in a really bad place at that time. Like
before that show?
Yeah. I was just like, I got out of a very toxic relationship. My band was going through a lot of shit with our ex-bandmate, and we were just like, what's going on with the band? Like, we had a bunch of trust issues and stuff happening because there was a lot of miscommunication. A lot of people were trying to disrupt our nest, right?
Yeah.
And when we all met up for that engagement party, I'm like, man, see, this is the band I know. I'm like, I just wish we could have
caught the vibes back, eh?
Well, I was like, I wish we could get like a big show to kind of really bring this all together. Dude, the next fucking day, it's like I wished on a star or some shit. I got an email from the Phoenix Theater, be like, you want to open for Big Rec?
You got literally an email from them.
A literal email.
How does that how? How did they even know that you were? Because Big Rec mentioned
I played the Phoenix before with My Son the Hurricane. And
You played in Mice on the Hurricane?
No, we opened for them there.
Oh, you did, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they're another band that's testament to hard work too. I'd love to have fucking Dano on the show one day.
Oh, he's great.
Because I remember I came to that music seminar you guys did.
Yeah, oh, he's the best, man.
And,
I love that guy.
He's super cool. He added me on Facebook and shit too. It's like, he's sick. They're a band that's crushing it too. But so the Phoenix
nuts.
just messaged you or what? They were just like, yo.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, I wonder if you want to open for Big Wreck. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let me ask the band.
No thanks.
And it's funny because Josh, our bass player, the tatted guy, he hasn't played a show with us yet. He just joined, and after the second bar down,
what an opportunity!
Was right before we took a hiatus, and but we had planned to use him as like a fill-in for our next show that came up.
Josh.
Yeah. And then I'm like, all right. But the day before, I was like, I'll let you know what shows come through, man. And then like I came back, I'm like, all right, so you guys want to open for Big Wreck? And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, Josh, that's your first show. We're opening for Big Wreck.
So hope you're good.
Yeah. Oh, I knew he'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. And then like, it's just crazy. Like I'm like, if that's not a sign not to quit, I don't know what was.
100%.
Like that was fucked up. And I see that photo, and I'm like, that photo is to never quit. Like you know, I keep that pinned. I look at that shit. I'm like, man, when times are tough, you look at that fucking photo. You remember exactly how that went down. Bro. Yeah. It was weird shit. And like, I just had good karma this year. Everything's been going so well, like compared to last year.
Yeah, good karma, and also just like it's just the compound interest of over the years, right? And that network you've built. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and lack of COVID, right? COVID. I gotta remember, COVID really sucked. You know.
Yeah.
And in my head, I get it in my head too much, but like at the end of the day, that stopped everyone doing what they want to do.
It did.
Like people in that field, at least.
It was super fucked.
Yeah, even yours too,
bro. Yeah, I didn't cut. Well, I cut hair, but I had to cut hair like a fucking drug dealer.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, man, I'm not selling drugs anymore. Why does it still feel like it?
Oh, dude.
It's like, what the fuck?
I know, honestly, even my barber, too, man. I was like, shit. They had to be so low-key.
It was just stupid. Like, what a fucking joke. Like,
I went skinhead for a bit there. I didn't know how long I had to wait, so I'm like, well...
You gave her the buzz, eh?
Well, because I was just wearing my hat over it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not going to wear the awkward haircut.
I know.
So I just shaved it all off.
Hey, man, that's what you had to do during it. It was fucking tough times, bro.
It was, yeah. I wasn't seeing many people either, so it was all good.
Yeah, I'm glad we came out of that fucking shit. That shit was fucked up.
That was fucked, dude. But, yeah, everything's been good. I've been sober, and I realized that was something I had to do going into this year because I was reflecting on my year I just had. I'm like, I think...
On last year?
Yeah. And I'm like, I think, there's only so many fingers I can point, but, like, I got to stop gravitating the wrong energy, too. Like, I got to really get my shit together for me. And get my internal stuff figured out and just be the best me. That's how I'm gonna get the best of everything. Yeah. Best gigs. That's how I'm gonna perform the best. That's how I'm gonna find the best chick.
You agree with that too, eh? Especially with the performing part, eh? Because I find performing sober, what a difference. Like, so Andy too. I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit, but he also has like a booking agency thing too. For kind of who you want to fuck with. I know we were just talking about that, but it's like Snare Guy Records. Yeah. That's your shit. And you hosted a show that we did, a Vegan Hippie Chick, which we sold out, which was sick.
That was sick.
And it was me, Pine, Matt Lane, Bitter Sleep, and that was my first show performing fucking stone cold sober.
Really?
Yeah, it was. And I was like in the bathroom with a fucking candle. I'm like, I need a new fucking ritual before the shows, because I used to just get fucked up. Like, I mean, that's what most people do.
I know, and you just, when you do that, like, you just don't care when you get up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different being sober on stage. That Kim Mitchell show you came to, that was my first show sober.
Yeah, it was. I remember that.
I was like, I thought I was so boring out there. But then when I went to and watched your footage,
when you saw that footage, you seen you see emotion. Like, you actually see. That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, and they weren't bored. They were just super, like, I forgot we just played all these new songs. Like, everyone was just like, what is this? Like, this is cool. Like, this is fucking...
Everybody loved it. And it was packed. Like a motherfucker. Oh, my God.
It was just cool, man. It was just, like, a very, like... different feeling, but like I feel better. I remember everything.
100%. You remember everything. You don't wake up feeling like shit. Nope. Your face looks good. Your skin looks good. Like everything. Like, honestly, like, that's a big thing that I'm realizing, and I'm glad I'm realizing it. Like, at 21, it's just like, like, for me, like, I just can't. It doesn't work for me, bro. Like, for me, it was never so much drinking. I went through phases with it. I went through some phases with like the blow and shit. But like, for me, it was always really smoking weed. I loved smoking weed. Yeah. And like we just mentioned, like, you still smoke weed, but you and I have something different with that, where it's like I don't have any sense of moderation with that.
Yeah, I never grew up with weed really. Like in high school, I didn't smoke weed until the year after my first year of college.
Yeah,
So
like
2015 ago.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I never craved that like need for it.
Exactly.
And I already ate like a fat ass, so I just eat more when I get baked. And well, that sucks. But,
Yeah.
like, you know, other than that, no. It was mainly the booze because like the band just partied all the time.
Of course,
all
especially
our
for a
friends
band too.
partied.
It's more of like a. I feel like it is more of like a like artists in general. People. I mean, a big part of music is getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of music. It's a big part of where people, you know, draw like inspiration from and this and that. But like for me, I'm just glad I realized. I'm glad you realized too, because it's like, yeah, your stage presence at that show was fucking incredible.
Thanks,
you guys
man.
all were like just vibing so hard. I remember my arms were hurting so bad, but I was like, I have to record this whole shit. Like this whole shit was fucking killer. And,
Oh,
like,
it came out amazing.
it did.
Man.
That's a good camera, eh? That's that camera.
That's this one.
And that's the audio straight from it too.
Dude, it's
That's
the best.
fat.
It's better than any phone footage. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is really fucking good.
It was great, and yeah, but no, I'm.
I'm really glad you got Little Reminder on tape.
Oh,
too. Like
fuck.
the way the room just like responded with it, I was like, that's cool, man.
That was a beautiful song, man.
Yeah,
That was a
thanks,
fucking-
dude.
I really do like no bullshit. Love that song. That's definitely by far my favorite one.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We recorded 3 songs.
Do you guys
and,
know when that one's gonna drop or?
No, not yet.
It
There's
takes it like the thing with bands too is it's expensive to record too, eh? And mix and all that shit. It's fucked up, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just dropped about $3K on these 3 songs, but you know what? That's a good deal. But yeah, all the shows we played this year just went right to that.
Yeah.
That was the plan, you know. That was the
Oh,
plan.
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's
So we have a band fund, and mainly our day jobs keep us, you know, funded
Elevating,
for now.
yeah,
And then the shows, that's what we use to put into this, and that's why
Smart.
we just launched a GoFundMe, like a Kickstarter kind of deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna buy a shirt. I can give you cash.
Oh, fuck
I can
yeah,
give you
dude.
cash.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah,
man.
for sure. And bet you better do motherfucking shirts for that fucking song I like too. 'Cause
Little
that's-
Reminder?
Yeah, that's just my
Yeah.
shit.
Well, we're still pumping Think Too Much, right? So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
man,
Think
that
Too Much
artwork
sick.
is too cool. We have to do
It's
something
sick.
with it.
It's
Yeah.
sick. I can see it on skateboard.
Right?
I can really see it on skateboard. You guys should do like giveaway or something for it.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
It's a good
actually.
idea.
A board. Yeah, dude,
You know what
that'd
I'm
be
saying?
sick.
Like I feel like that'd be sweet, like a sick giveaway for that.
Yeah, and a lot of our fans do board.
I'm gonna put the link to the GoFundMe in the description. So if you fucking have a couple bucks, you want a sick shirt, fucking, you know, it's going to a good
Oh,
cause.
thanks, bud. I think
You know?
these guys are printing them too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut up, Press Time.
Press Time.
Press Time, yo, they're the best, bro. They did all my Love and Other Drugs merch.
Oh, did they do those?
Yeah,
Oh,
they did my
cool.
Love and Other Drugs. They did my Sincerely. Sincerely
sick.
came out nice.
I love these. I love that shirt. I wear that shirt a lot.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
give you one, right? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, fucking Press Time's doing a great thing. I'd love to actually have those guys on the pod one time too, because they built a hell of a company.
They have.
They built a hell of a company.
And they just started out in a garage, like, you
Yeah.
know, and they come from a crazy music scene, like they're the Rose City hardcore, and that's why my band's called Revive the Rose.
Really?
Yeah, because they were a part of something very special, the RCHC
Wow.
music scene, and I really I loved everything about that. Every story and video I see of that, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I think we did some cool stuff with the band, so I think
100%.
we're doing something right. But,
Yeah, you're definitely doing it justice, bro.
Yeah.
What else do you guys have coming up show wise for the rest of this year anyway?
Yeah, we got a December show
Okay.
with the Monowhales, another
Yes.
big band.
Yes.
In Hamilton, so
Very
we're
cool.
the direct support for that. We're the only opening band, which is exciting.
Sick. Longer
Um,
set.
Yeah, 45. Oh yeah.
45.
And I think we're working on a few more with Monster Truck right now.
Mm-hmm. Be
I,
nice to
I
see
love
a
those
tour,
guys, man.
yeah.
We just had John from the band help us out with these new songs too, so it's just been a good vibe, and we've just been chilling, having a great time. The band had a blast though last Friday. Like we had a fun time with our bands,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think right now we're just focusing on this fundraiser. And these new songs we just recorded, we're gonna make all the content for it.
Yeah.
Some really cool stuff happening with Bar Down that I can't really say.
Yes, right.
at the
I
moment.
that's what I mean. We were just talking about that. Like, yeah, he has a beer too. They have a beer, the band. It's
Yeah.
called Bar
Oh no,
Down
the song Bar Down.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Well,
a-
and a beer, but yeah.
Yeah.
fucking, well, you have a song in fucking NHL,
That's right. It's the video game,
Yeah.
and in the games they played every game,
which is
too.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Still?
Every home game it gets in the rotation to some degree. Yeah.
Wow.
Like usually during the breaks, like the puck drops and stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about how you got that, because that's a great story of how you got that placement.
Yeah, I love this story. I hope we get the Vice documentary one day when we're big enough.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can
but
see it.
I remember like when we were like, this was 2018 ago. We were finally like, hey, let's record. Like we've learned a lot. Let's record the album we want to do. You know, and at the time.
Yeah, it always changes.
We were like, I learned a lot about marketing that year. Like I went to school with that. And I was networking and stuff, and I just felt like I'm like, we're gonna just own it, man. Like we're gonna make a plan for every fucking song. Like all 12 of these songs, we'll have a plan.
Yeah,
and I did.
It's smart.
We dropped like 6 singles.
It's the way to do it, eh?
Yeah, and I remember we were talking. I'm like, well, we have this hockey team here. Like, why don't we make them a song? Like, I was trying to think, like, how do we just like be more than a local band from Wyland? Like,
and by what hockey team you're referring to?
That was the OHL Ice Dogs.
Ice Dogs.
So we were like, man, like, how do we take it one step further? Like, but that's reachable for our level right now. How do we do that? So I'm like, well, we have a hockey team. We're from a hockey town, Wyland.
Yeah.
Everyone loves beer there, rock and roll and hockey. I'm like, let's make the Ice Dogs a song.
Yeah.
And I had this idea in my head, but I just happened to be at the Penn Center. And I was like, oh,
shout out.
Yeah, shout out the Penn. And I saw the
kids getting stabbed there now and shit.
Oh, fuck. That's Pete. Not my day. But yeah, I saw the Ice Dogs had a booth set up there. They were selling their merch on Boxing Day or whatever, right? Yeah. And they had a couple of the teammates just working the booth. So I'm like, hey, who's your manager? And they're like, oh, here's his card. And they happen to have a bunch of his cards there. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm like, thanks. I didn't even give them any context.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to this email I was given.
Wow.
His name was Nino. And,
shout out.
Yeah. He's not with them anymore, but fucking thank you, Nino.
Yeah.
If you're watching this.
Sick.
And I just said, hey, I got this band. And at the time, we just got airplay on Hits FM with 9 to 5. Right?
Yeah.
So that was my leverage. I said, we're not just a local band, like we're on the radio or whatever. I threw that at them.
Yeah, smart.
I said, well, we want to make a song for the Ice Dogs. And he was like, that's cool. He's like, man, all we do is the same old all the time. Like, that'd be really cool. Wow. So I'm like, all right, I'll let you know when we make it. Like we had no.
Yeah, nothing's done.
Nothing's planned.
Done.
And so like 2 months out of like their season, we finally recorded it and everything. Like, okay, here's the song, and and the way we game planned it with our album rollout. Okay, first single will drop in August, and then second single will come out in September. Bar down right before hockey season for the Ice Dogs.
So smart.
And then that's how we were game playing. Okay, then the song kind of sounds like November-y, so this is the November single.
Yeah.
Or like, this is a very rowdy Celtic vibe, so this is the St. Patrick's single. Like, like, that's how we were planning.
Super smart.
Yeah, and we do it a new single every month, and full music video, everything. Like we did not fuck around. But Bar Down took it to a whole other level because. We got a cool music video filmed by my cousin who happened to work at Foregrounds, the film company that filmed all the Ice Town games.
Wow.
So he was like, I can get you a video made in that fucking change room. So he filmed it for free for us in the fucking change room.
Shout out your cousin.
Yeah, Mike Kraz, who's now the video teacher at Centennial High School.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. That's your cousin?
Michael Krasny, baby.
Oh, my God. I got to move out of Welland. Out of Niagara. I know all these people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a beauty, man.
No, he's a great guy.
Oh,
he did some shit for the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is like
that's my cousin.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
shout out Mike Kraz.
And then we just presented them this fucking song. We're like, here you go. They're like, wow, this is great. So they're like, yeah, we'll play it every on the jumbotron every game, like So
with the music video.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
So that like just buzzed. Like as soon as we announced that, we were like, we made the song. We like nuked Niagara, the internet.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, wow, this is fucking cool. Like. And we were in the jerseys and everything. It looked sick. And then it just snowballed. Eventually, like, I happened to get the email for the Toronto DJ. I found it, like the Leafs DJ.
Kale.
Yeah, Kale.
Yeah.
And I shot him it over. I'm like, what do you think? And I'm like, this is what's happening now. That's what I do. I just kept, okay, here's what's happening now.
Yeah, see if you can keep moving it up a little.
Yeah, and he's like,
smart.
So he's like, I'll play for one game. And that motherfucker didn't stop playing it, though, after that. So
wow. Shout out Cale Grant for that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. He's a legend, too.
He didn't even tell me, too, he was going to make it a warm-up song, so...
Crazy.
I found out that it was an official Toronto Maple Leafs warm-up tune for that season.
Wow.
And then I used that after I clickbaited the email from EA Sports, and I emailed that guy, and then I said, hey, dude, this is what's happening.
How'd you get that guy's email?
I clickbait them.
How'd that work?
On Instagram, we literally had our music video, a clip of it, and the text said... Tag EA Sports to get us an NHL 20.
I remember that now.
And we just nuked them. And finally, I shot them a DM once we nuked them enough. And then they replied, like, hey, just seen it. Cool song. Here's my email. And
wow.
I sent it to him before the NHL stuff, though. I said, yeah, it'd be cool. And he's like, yeah, cool song. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But then when the NHL stuff happened, I came back. I got the newspaper to do an article on it.
Wow.
Sent him the article. I said, "This is what's happening now." And he's like, "That's fucking cool." And then he CC'd like 6 other dudes. And they're all like, "Congrats, man. That's cool." Like, they were like really happy. I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then like months later, then they almost didn't put it in the video game. They're
Almost
like, "Well,
didn't?
this is technically a 2018 single.
Yeah.
We're aiming to get stuff near for 21." I'm like, "Well," I'm like,
too fucking bad.
I said I gave them our new singles, and then they declined all of them. But then at the very bottom of the email, they're like, "Oh, we still want your hockey song, though." And I'm like, "All right."
And then so now that shit's in NHL
21, the video game, and it's in
The song is in NHL 21, the video game.
Yep, the soundtrack. Yep.
It's fucked.
It is fucked.
This guy's from Welland, you know? You know what I'm saying?
And then that was
it's
crazy
so
because
sick,
then
bro.
like we did all this press for it. We made the beer. Like we just came full throttle.
Then at that point, it's like, okay, boys, it's time to fucking go. You know
but
what
then
I mean?
like TSN did like an article on it. Like it was crazy, man.
What?
Yeah, like the bar. They have a blog for hockey called Bar Down, and those guys put us right on the front page. They're like, there's a band in the NHL 21 video game with a song called Bar Down, and then there's us, our photo. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
And then,
It's just so inspiring to me, bro. It's like so sick. Like I'll never forget coming to that music seminar that you guys did and fucking hearing your story about that. And I'm like, you did what? I'm like, that's fucking unbelievable. Because people think that like, I don't know, you have to do something fucked to like get somewhere in life, you know, where it's like, oh, like you just it's impossible. But it's like, man, like you're just like,
dude, you just put it in the right markets and you work your ass off.
Yeah.
And you put a good product behind it. It'll go, man.
Yeah.
And that was it. We made a sick hype song for a sick hockey team,
Yeah.
for a bunch of awesome hockey fans that love rock and roll
Yeah.
and beer. And we're that. So
It's such a, also like, it's really just finding that niche. I mean, that was just like a crazy thing.
it makes me happy too, because like I love the fact that we're like a Canadian rock band, you know, and that's like the most Canadian thing you can do, you know.
Huge.
I love it.
Not to mention, like, that has to pay, too, and you know, and you get a little fucking,
Yep.
a little of cheddar fucking from the video game, too, right?
Yeah, the video games, they do like these things called sync deals, and they just give you a lump sum up front. So it's nothing too crazy, but like it's chill, you know.
Give you a couple,
versus
yeah.
TV, you get played every time they play it.
Yeah.
Because they can track it, right?
Yeah.
Video game, you can't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unfucking believable, man. So sick. I mean, you know, the band's on a great upward track, and you also have your solo project out.
I got two solo projects out now.
Yeah, 2 solo projects. They're not full EPs, though.
No.
They're just the singles, right?
I have 3 singles through Doobie.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a project I leaned into when I was really depressed last year.
Doobie?
Like Blue got me through some shit. It just gave me something to look forward to. Like,
Blue's a banger.
as an
Conan kills
artist.
his verse, too.
Yeah, I love
Conan
that guy,
really kills
man.
his verse, yeah.
Yeah, so I launched Doobie during like the dead air time, like what's going on, you know? But I'm like, I don't give up though. I'm gonna keep putting music out, and even my Andy Colonico project now, my country stuff.
So that's just under your name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what I've done now is I triaged my projects now. So Revive the Rose is obviously the boys. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I make with the boys. But then Doobie's now become my rabbit hole for like anything pop punk, or metal.
Okay.
That's all gonna go there now. Unless the boys want to drop a metal tune, then we're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And then Andy Colonico is gonna be more so focused on my singer-songwriter kind of stuff / country.
Acoustic-y.
Yeah, like folk
yeah.
or country.
Yeah,
So just me and the guitar kind of vibe.
Ed
you know?
Sheeran-y.
Yeah. So, and I kind of like it. Like it just, I never have an excuse to not put out music now.
Yeah. I love that. And that's something I wanted to say too, is like, I always think that fucking I could never be in a band because I'm too fucking crazy and psychotic, and I'd probably tear everybody apart because I'd just be way too hardcore, and I'd be like, why aren't you posting this, or why aren't you sharing this, and you know what I'm saying? And like, but you know, it's nice that, you know, you're not like that, and you have all these different avenues to attack things where like, okay, Revive's maybe taking a break, or we have these shows and this is what we're doing, so I'm going to lean into this songwriting here.
Right.
And, you know, it's beautiful that way. It's fucking really smart. It's the Holy Trinity. It's like Jesus Christ approved.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's why I dropped Wildcard Girl just a few weeks ago, because I'm like, hey, I know after Supercrawl and Monstertron, like we have a lot of dead air. Like,
Yeah, Supercrawl
but not dead
too,
air.
right?
We're focusing on fundraising. And
How'd you get that super crawl thing?
Our managers got us that gig.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Who's your manager?
So we have 2 managers, Annie McDonald and Tim Desisley of Noisemaker Management.
Very
So
cool.
they're awesome. So
Very cool.
they got us that gig out of nowhere. We're like, fuck yeah.
Good one. That was a good one.
It was
a lot
good.
of people there too, right?
Yeah, it's free. Another free event, right?
Yeah. The best shows that you can play, I swear to God, are the free ones.
Well, yeah, everyone's just chilling.
Yeah, like when we did that Park Bar show, we do Park Bar like.
And you sell way more merch because no one bought a fee to get it.
Yeah, 100%. It's smart.
You know what's messed up, man?
What?
So one thing I noticed, 2019 going into 2020. So when we made our first record, the self-titled, we ordered 1,100 CDs of that. And from May 2019 till March, we sold about 750 of them.
You sold 750 CDs?
In that time frame, right before COVID happened.
Holy fuck.
But then after,
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, right? I was like, that's pretty fucking cool
That's
for an independent band. But then after the pandemic, I noticed, like, man, no one's buying these, like, new CDs. But I don't know, man. Then all of a sudden now, all we're selling is CDs again. Like, it's crazy. Like,
you know what's fucked too is we were at the Park show and I'm like, I feel so stupid because I had all that merch and I brought it and I didn't even put it out.
Oh, really?
Which was so stupid. I don't know why I did that.
That's easy case.
And fucking then we had somebody ask like, yo, do you have any CDs? I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, why don't I have fucking CDs? But I think it's like physical CDs and vinyls are making a big resurgence, eh?
Well, they're just like little, like, even if you don't put it in the player, it's just like a
put
little
it there.
shelf item.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool.
$10.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, we sold I think it was 10 CDs at Superchrome. Fuck. Really?
That's
I haven't seen that since 2019. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so it felt good to sell a bunch of CDs again, man. I was like, I'm not stupid for making that purchase.
No,
like,
man.
It's alive and well.
You guys think you'll do some vinyls too?
We did 100 vinyls of that record, like the self-title, but they sold out quick.
They're gone?
But yeah, they're gone.
Wow.
But now we're doing part of our fundraiser. We actually launched 7 inches of Think Too Much.
Okay.
Like,
what is that?
So it's just like the small record, like the single.
Dope.
But it's one-sided. They're called picture discs, and they're not made of vinyl. They're made of lath cut.
Okay.
So they're cheaper to make, but they're cool because with lath, they're able to print an entire picture on the whole fucking thing.
No way.
So that brain, that skull, is on the whole fucking thing.
Who designed that, by the way?
This guy from Windsor named Greg Maxwell.
Okay.
At The Ugly Vision on Instagram.
Wow.
And
Incredible work, eh? Holy fuck.
Well, it's funny because we used to play Windsor back in the day, and I saw these awesome posters at this venue. Like, who's doing this shit? And I added this guy, and I remember at the time, like, he was like, yeah, like, I'll do it for like $50. And then even again, I revisited it this year. I'm like, I need you to do artwork. Yeah. And he was like coming in pretty cheap. I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm like, that is way too epic for that price. I'm like, I will pay you a lot more than that. Yeah. But yeah, so, and he's so nice. But yeah, he did a great job. Amazing. And that design already existed, actually, the skull. Yeah. But it was lime green originally. Oh, wow. And I said, did anyone buy that off you? He's like, no, I just kind of drew it. And I'm like, he's like, I'll let you know though. I'm bringing it to like an art show, so someone might buy it. Yeah. But then no one bought it, so I bought it. Yeah, perfect, bro. So I just it's perfect art for the whole concept of it. Right, just overthink it. Yeah, just the brain smashed, you know. Yep. It's fucking sweet. Yeah, do it on a skateboard, bro. I think so. You should, bro. For a giveaway. We'll do a line of, you know what? Or sell it, but I mean, I think it could be sick. Like the way you guys film your promo now is really good. You got to do that once in a while. You got to give away shit. Yeah. Like even during the COVID, like I gave away, like I would team up with like local businesses like Volcanoes. Yeah. We gave away a party train wings, like 20 wings one time. Yeah. All I had to do was like share our post or whatever. Yeah. Or even my buddy opened a pizzeria in Hamilton and we did a pizza deal with it. We had the Revive the Rose Wildland's Finest. I remember that too. Yep. So that was cool. If you bought one, you got a free copy of our new CD and some rolling papers. Fucking sweet, eh? So it was like album sales with pizza. Yeah. Who doesn't love that? Speaking of pizza, you got your the other thing that you do too. So we got Revive the Rose, now Indie Colonico, fucking country folk stuff. Yep. Then we got Doobie, which is your other shit, the pop punk and all that shit. And then we got fucking Bar Down Lager. And then we got fucking Snare Guy Records. And then finally we have, is the NDC or NBC, bro? NDC, bro, yeah. NDC, bro? And I've launched that in 2019, but without really a plan. I couldn't I didn't know what I was going at. Yeah. There. But then so that's food reviews for people who don't know what we're talking about. So I made a hobby food account just to do food. Like, I love food so much. And that's going crazy good, too, because, like, it's so smart, because I'm like, this guy's a motherfucking genius, bro. Like, you know what? I think about it, too, like, where it's like, you know, if you want to be good
at one thing, or you know, if music's the overarching thing, right? You think music, okay, I want to be big in music. There's so many different ways you can attack that, though, right?
You can't. Yeah, it's
there's
endless.
There's so many different ways you can attack it. Like that's why with Sincerely, I think it's genius because we have the podcast, and then we have the vlog, and then we have we were doing articles, but we stopped for a minute, and then it all ties back into music.
Yeah.
Right, and then now you have. It's so smart because you're doing the fucking food reviews and you're doing collab posts with the fucking place.
Yeah.
And like it's like getting thousands and thousands of fucking views, bro.
Yeah,
it's sick. You should post them on YouTube though. I will say that. You should post them on YouTube.
You know what? Those shorts only allow 60 seconds. That's why I don't post
or full ones and then just remix them.
Yeah, I might upload them in like a landscape and just do like a full video.
Yeah, but I guess you're filming a portrait, right?
Yeah,
because you're
it's
doing
just,
it.
You know what? I'm on the go. It's way easier doing that route. I thought I was gonna do like the full like I used to do like I'm gonna go through the drive-through and play trumpet in order. Like you know that was one of my videos. And it's just like it's a lot of work.
For sure.
Know? So I'm just like if something cool comes out, I'll film it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll eat it right there.
Do you try and do like
and I voice over them a lot now.
And they're funny as fuck.
Well, it gives you more time to think of slay things, right? Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh my god. He just did one for what was that cheesecake place called? Because it looks fire.
Oh, yeah, La Dipperie. Yeah, it's in La Dipperie.
Yeah.
They dip their cheesecakes.
Yeah.
It's actually in a burger store, actually.
Oh, really?
In the Costco Plaza in Niagara Falls.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
It's called South Street Burger, but inside is La Dipperie. So I did a review for both because my friend does their social media.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, I'll get you some meals if you can just do some content for me." I'm like, "Yep."
Done. And it brings so much traffic to your fucking Instagram too.
Totally, man.
So much traffic.
And I'm always down to help businesses, man.
Yeah.
If something's so good, I'm glad that I can like at least put awareness out there.
That's one thing about you is like what you see is what you get. Like fucking like you've helped me lots and fucking you've helped a bunch of people, Pine lots and fucking we're appreciative of that, bro. Because it's you know how it is when you start out. It's not easy. You need to catch breaks every now and then.
Yeah.
And fucking it's been cool. But I love the cheesecake review because you're like, hope you got your trunks on. We're going for a dip. Oh my god, bro. It's so fucking... Every time I see... And you know what, man? People love that. Did you put that on TikTok?
Yeah. TikTok, they love it.
Yeah.
I had
its own TikTok?
Yeah. Okay. I have it. So when I brought it back last year... And you know what? Actually, a big thing that made me bring it back was my ex at the time tried telling me that it wouldn't go anywhere because there's no hot chick in the video. Oh. I'm like, you're a fucking stupid idiot, aren't you?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I was like, you know what? Hold my fucking beer. I think we have all the technologies now to make this happen.
Yeah.
And I looked at it again. I'm like, I got to make this more slick. Like, I gotta make it, I got to really utilize these reels and stuff like that. Back in the day when I started, there was no reels.
Yeah.
So
just straight posts.
Just straight YouTube. And it was hard. So it's like I had to make a full-length video to even get noticed.
Yeah.
But now with all these reels, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
So... I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to rebrand it. I did. It looked really ugly before. And yeah, I went hard at it again. Slowly, I've just been finding my niche with it. And people love the fast food ones, I will say. That's I
got to watch the one you did in Japan.
Yeah, I did the Samurai Mac at McDonald's Japan.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so I did it finally, and it felt good. It felt good to like take something I had and redo it and just go full blast at it whenever 100%. I can. Yeah, that was more whenever I can, or if people need help. At least I can be that influencer now.
Yeah. You try to do that like once a week, eh?
Yeah, fuck. It's been... Sometimes it's like, like I did 2 in 2 days now, but sometimes it'll be like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But...
That's like your side mission.
But then sometimes they blow up. Like a week later. Like I did like a quintuplet bacon mushroom melt at Wendy's.
Yeah.
And like it did well off the hop, but then it really blew up like a week later. Like I had like 60,000 views and like 4,000 likes on it and shit. It was fucked.
Holy shit.
People were tagging it. People were like, man, like look at fat people be out there doing weird shit. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
But this is funny.
That's priceless, man.
Yeah, it's just kind of like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But that's if I can make an income off just doing food reviews one day, that'd be cool.
Well, I think you just keep going at it, and like the way I see this snowballing for you guys is fucking crazy. Because like now I'm seeing like, okay, like you guys are opening for some big names, and like it's just gonna keep going. And then I could see you guys catching a tour soon.
That'd be great. That's exactly what we need.
Catching an opening spot for like, let's say like Monster Truck or something. They go do a little tour or something, and fucking boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, like that's a lot of traction, right?
That's it, man. You just got to kick some ass in front of a couple thousand people a couple times a week, and then all of a sudden there's a huge buzz.
That's it.
We're finally feeling that buzz again, like since like before the pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
it really, or thank God we had the hockey deal go down during COVID.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, okay, this doesn't beat. You got to play live too.
Yeah.
You know, just what it is.
For a musician, for an artist, nothing beats playing live, man. It's once you catch that drug, you're fucking done.
Even TikTok during COVID was fairly new.
Yeah.
Like, so people are just figuring out TikTok in like 2020.
Yeah.
It was very like early stage. I love watching the old TikToks, like
Right.
when people were just trying to figure it out. But now everyone's kind of got it down.
That's amazing.
But it's just funny looking at the early stuff. Yeah.
What do you have coming out next? Like, so you got the band singles, and then is Wildcard Girl, that's out, right?
Yeah, so Wildcard Girl's out, and I'm gonna milk that for a while because I honestly, it's been doing really good, and I actually like I feel like there's another wind coming for that.
Yeah.
I got a gut feeling about that. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I got another one. I have another country single that's on standby.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna wait though until I get what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And the band just recorded 3 singles, so we're just kind of getting all that ready.
Getting all the
know?
promo for it.
But then, we might drop one of them before the new year.
Yeah.
But unless something else happens, like there's a lot of scenario plans. Like if this happens, then we won't do this.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if that
yeah.
doesn't happen, then we'll do this. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it's kind of like I can't talk about the other thing, but if that one thing doesn't happen, we'll for sure be dropping a single before
Yeah.
the new year. But if it does, then we're not
It's smart, man. Like, I find, especially, like, being solo artists and shit, sometimes you, like, fucking, you just blow your wad too quick with shit, and, like, you just throw shit out there too fast when you should have just waited a little bit, kind of pumped this in a different direction, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that I have these Google ads locked down for these videos, like, these shits are going fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
So now I'm thinking, like, what I should have did is I should have fucking put out Sex and Drugs, milked that, then hit 100K, and then I should have put out Further From Me. That's at, like, 88,000 now.
That's
and
awesome.
And then I should put out one more video, and then I should have dropped the project. Or maybe in between those things. You know what I'm saying? So that I
Yeah.
would have drive more traffic. It is what it is. Hindsight's 2020.
Well, what I'm doing right now with Wildcard Girl, which I'm like, I don't think anyone's done this yet.
Yeah.
I TikToked country influencers,
Yeah.
and a fuck ton of them came out, man.
Yeah.
I found like these chicks with like millions of views,
Yeah.
and, like her followers. Like one has like 2.1.
Yeah.
So I'm instead of spending money on ads,
Yeah.
I'm finding influencers for like what fits my song.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can you just make a video with my song?
Yeah.
I'll give you, and then like they'll tell me their price, and I'm like, hey, for that price, can you do the video? Can you share it on your stories? Can you tag me on everything you fucking do?
Yeah.
And then by them doing that, there's a slight chance that other people will be like, that's a cool song, and they'll either save it or they'll make a video with it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, people are using your song,
Yeah.
and that's the investment. I'm like, I never thought about that until
That's
the other
smart.
day.
Yeah.
So that's my mission right now. That's what I'm working on.
That's very cool. So is that working then?
I haven't. I'm about to launch.
You're about
We'll
to try
find
it.
out.
Okay,
We'll
cool.
find out.
Let me know how that goes. There's another guy I'll tell you. His thing's Wild. I think his Instagram's actually called The Wild Card or some shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's like a guy who like fucking you pay him and then he has the network of people that he works with and then he pumps a song out to
Yeah.
those people. But yeah, that's something I'm thinking for this debut album. I'm thinking of a whole bunch of different fucking crazy shit.
I just reached out to him. I'm like, I want this song to blow up. I'm
Yeah.
like, what can you do here? And I gave him, because I've been uploading reels of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's one with the hook. Here's me singing verse 1. Here's me singing verse 2. Here's me singing the end hook, but it's a bit different than the main hook.
Yeah.
Pick one of them and make a video with it.
Yeah.
Whatever one you think's best.
Yeah.
So I've kind of set myself up that way.
That's smart. That's a smart way to do it. Especially
every
right
couple
now.
weeks, I got a fresh haircut today.
Yeah. Shout out D.
Yeah, so do.
I gotta have him on the pod too.
Oh, he's
My
beauty.
boy.
Big
He taught me how
beauty.
to cut hair.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh,
like he was like
unreal.
probably like he was the first person that ever was like, this is how you do this. This is how you do
Oh,
that.
that
And
guy
he spent
grinded,
spent
man.
hours with me in my basement at the beginning. Yeah, we hung out a lot. Yeah. He's a
Oh,
fucking
no
sick
way.
guy,
I'll
yeah.
have to tell him that, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm like, okay, I got a fresh haircut. I'm gonna do. I can do all this content once I look a little cleaned up. So
Yeah.
I make agendas every day.
It's a big thing, man. I seen some shit about what people say on how to get shit done, and they literally say make a GTS list, bro. Make it or a GST list. Get shit done. GSD list, get shit done list. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fucked that up, but yeah, that.
Yes, you got the whiteboards there too. That's
Oh
cool,
my
man.
god, bro. Yeah, I got the whiteboards. I got the note. Like it's. You know how it is, bro. You're passionate about it. You're definitely like an OCD kind of guy. Shit just consumes you, bro.
Because your brain can get cluttered quick. So if you're
Yeah.
not like looking at it directly,
Yeah.
like,
And you have to
forget.
write it down for people that are listening. Like, if you want to take action, just start writing shit down.
And I highlight
Start
it
writing shit
when I've
down.
done it for the day. But if
Yes.
it's not done by the next day, I rewrite it down the next day.
Smart. That's also smart.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, my list right now on my phone is giant. It's like fucking 40 things long.
See, I can't always do the phone list. Only for some things,
Yeah.
but for like a literal to-do list,
Yeah.
I have to have that notepad with me. It's like, oh, did I do this today yet?
Yeah.
But some things I can do on the notepad, like iPhone app, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
What are some, like, a lot of people ask me, and I've asked a couple people, I think I asked Mateo from Other Wives, and then I asked a couple other people, what are some things that artists starting out can do to get shows? Because that's something you have a lot of experience in. You've done a number of shows now, a bunch of big shows. So what are some things that artists can do to fucking, you know, get some shows going, get some shit rocking?
Yeah, I think the best is to like hit up like your local promoters first, like, you know, and I think like if you've never played a show first, the best is to like literally just tell them, hey, like we're looking to play our first show, and usually that's a good pull, you know,
Yeah.
like your first show,
Yeah.
you can kind of, you know, everyone's there to fucking support, right?
Help out, yeah.
You know, and then after that you just
Make sure the product's good though first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you make a great first impression, and you just kind of be like, hey, like, you know, he'll be like, oh, I'll have to let you know what else is coming up. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And just keep on the radar. And if you see something you like, be like, I insist, I want to play that show. Like,
Yeah.
you know, our draw from last time was this. I'm sure we can do that all over again. So,
Yeah.
But the other thing you got to keep in mind, too, is you can't oversaturate
The same area.
either. Yes.
That's the point I'm at now, right? Where it's like, okay, now I'm like, we just did our warehouse show. It was just us. The numbers weren't as good as I wanted it to be. So, like, you note that for next time. And then we did warehouse. Then we did park bar. We did the park bar, and that was good. And I'm like, okay, now we did vegan hippie chick. We did warehouse earlier. Then we did warehouse again. Then we did this. So now this is done.
Yeah.
This is done now. You know what I'm saying?
At least for a couple months.
Yeah, at least for a couple months. Now it's back to the drawing board. How do we get to Montreal? How do we get to Toronto? How do we get, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And you just, you know, if you see a lot of bands like out there, like,
And that's what I did, right? Like, there's this sick band, Second Harbor. I don't know if you've heard of them.
yeah, yeah.
They are fucking sweet. And so I seen them play in Hamilton at Doors.
Nice. Doors is great.
Sick fucking
We filmed
spot.
our one music video there.
I really want to play there. I really want to play there.
Actually, it's funny. Corey from Prime,
Yeah.
his sister plays a fucking succubus in our music video that we filmed at Doors.
Which like Kyla?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out the homie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kyla,
She's sweet. Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, so she played this vampire chick. It was awesome. We gave her like the contact lenses and everything.
Yeah, I can see her doing
cool.
that.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
and she was doing like all these dance moves and stuff. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. That blends in perfectly, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
the Doors is great. I love great tacos.
Yeah, we seen fucking Second Harbor play at Doors, and I was like, I just gave him love after. I was like, yo, you guys are fucking sick. I think their vocalist is fucking like incredible.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
great.
he's sick, and I was like, yo, I don't know how to set this up, but like let's do a show when you guys are done this EP. They're like, yeah, we're about it. I'm like, that's fucked.
Dude,
I'm like, I didn't even think they were
that's
gonna
how it
reply.
goes
I was like,
down.
I didn't even think they were gonna reply.
You hook them up here, they'll hook you up there.
And that's what I'm saying. So
Easy
then,
peasy.
yeah, we did more Avenue, and they're from Elmer. So I was like, yo, like we'll come back for St. Catharines and give me something out there. Like,
Yep.
for sure. Fuck yeah.
That band, they're like half here, half there, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Which is great.
yeah.
So they got drawn both cities.
That's super sick. Yeah.
So that, like, you know, that's kind of cool when you got bandmates from all over. But,
Yeah.
like, they kind of share different hometowns.
You just gotta build relationships and don't be a fucking shark, you know. Like you don't be cringe. Just be like organic with it. Don't be like super pushy with people either, right? That's you know, just be yourself and like you know that's what you do. You just be yourself. People love you and fucking you know.
That's right.
Here you are now, right?
That's it, man. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I've always just tried to keep good vibes and then just like be straightforward, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it, man.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
Well, fucking Revive the Rose, Andy Colonico. Keep an eye out for everything they're going to drop. Make sure you go check out that GoFundMe for Think Too Much. And
That's right.
I'm sure we'll have you back on the pod again soon, sir. Thank you so much for coming.
Dude, great chatting with you, brother.
Appreciate you,
great
brother.
to do this, man.
God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, sweet, bro.
Dude, wicked, man.
Sweet, bro.
What candles? This is a
Pumpkin spice.
isn't that creme?
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was pumpkin spice.
Nah,
Dude, sick fucking episode.
That was awesome, man. Thanks very much, brother.
Super fun. Always good catching.